Hey guys, it's Lich K Arthas. I'm just bringing you an updated Blasphemer guide today. There have been some significant changes to the build that I think is currently the best for Blasphemer. So there was a recent patch, a bounce update the other day, to where Black Arrows got nerfed a bit, and Elemental Sorks, and those were two very bad matchups for you. However, there are a ton of Sword and Shield and Parry mercenaries running around and infesting solos, which makes the game very hard and unfun for you. But I've actually been playing with Paralysis Curse, this ability here, and it is actually significantly better than Wall in solos, simply because people like to spam evade whenever you're using it versus them, so you get multiple evades as opposed to Wall, or like Impact Sigil, which only gets you one evade. So I currently think Paralysis Curse is really, really good. Also, something you can do. So the problem with Paralysis Curse before was, like, for instance, you land 1, 2, 3, and you stun on the third, and then you still go the fourth, like you use the fourth cast, and you don't have time to use a closer after you use the fourth cast, right? You would just basically have to predict that you hit the third one, because after you use 3 hits of Paralysis Curse, it stuns the target, and you would never have time to use a closer. But if you run Curse 5, debuff duration plus 25%, that actually fixes that problem to where you will have time to 1, 2, 3, stun 4, and then still follow up with a closer. Another comment about the Curse 5 is that now, whenever you land your stun, reset him real quick. Whenever you land your stun, you get 3 guaranteed hits as opposed to 2. Unless they have resilience, but that's fine anyways. So 1, 2, 3. You can close her again. So like, see, I have full curse mana now, and that's for 1 stun. And then you can catch their evade. Just like that. So Curse is actually really, really good. I've been playing with some Blessing and Elusive. I might take Blessing off, I don't know. I think it's really good in solos because your Shapeshift is much longer. You go significantly noticeable more, like, longer distance there. Really good for running away or resetting. Shapeshift is still mandatory for solos because if you don't have your cooldowns or your Zeal, you will die. You will lose to every melee in the game if you do not have Zeal. You will lose to every ranged in the game if you don't have Zeal. Like, you need it. The whole class revolves around Zeal. You just have to run away all the time. Also, there's a lot of teaming on Blasphemer lately, so I get focused all the time. The other day, I had a lobby where I was fighting 5 people, and Shapeshift saved me. The other thing that saved me is still Ethereal. I think Ethereal for Blasphemer is S tier, because, again, if you don't have your cooldowns, your class doesn't function, so you have to just, like, jump off a bridge, literally, in-game, to run away and reset your cooldowns. It's, like, the only way to play the class. Elusive 5, mandatory. Valor 5, mandatory every class. I might take off Aegis here and try to work in, like, a Strife somehow, just for more damage. I'm running Attack Jewelry just because whenever I get my stuns, I want to do as much damage in that time window as possible. So I might change some of these to run, probably just Aegis, maybe Stoic. Either one of these, or maybe both for more damage, would be good. Probably not Fervor, just because I need to get 5 hits beforehand, although Fervor might be good with, like, Paralysis Curse and Stun or whatever, so you can run that if you want. I already know I'm going to get a lot of comments saying, oh, but Lich, you're in Legendary gear, show us in blue gear. I already drank my wine. I don't feel like putting together a different set and making a new character. Sorry. I'm just going to do this in one take. What it is. You can do this in purple gear perfectly fine, guys. I'll leave a link to the spreadsheet of all my loadouts in the description. I just look for the corresponding loadout with the loadout code or like a build video with it. Okay, so let's go look at skills one more time. Of course, we're still running the Drain, Corruption, Stun. You only use this to close the gap if you don't think stun will hit. If you think stun will hit, use the stun all the time. It's better. Shapeshift, again, you need to use this to reset or run away. In solos, if you don't have this, eventually you will just fight a black arrow who lands a barb arrow on you, and then you will just die. You have to use this, or you'll fight a melee who catches you without your zeal, and you will lose, because your neutral attacks are terrible. And then the new skill we're using here instead of Impact Sigil is Paralysis Curse. So you enter a casting state, and then you can cast 4 times, and if you hit 3 of them, they will be stunned. Okay, so that's what this whole build revolves around. You just poke with Paralysis Curse until they're stunned, and then you leap on top of them and stun them again. And then you just keep the pressure there. So the talents are pretty much the exact same as before. For Zeal, we are going up the Super Armor tree just to get Super Armor. Obviously, this tree is terrible. I've tried it many times. It's not even like an off-meta thing, it's just straight up bad. Melees will just beat you all the time if you don't have Super Armor, because your attacks are not as good as theirs. Again, there's also a ton of Sword and Shield mercs running around in solos, so you will just lose. Okay, so we take the 2 talents for Paralysis Curse here. You get 2 Curse mana every time you hit with Paralysis Curse, so that's also really good if you already have your Zeal going, and you use a closer and maybe they evade it and you can't catch them, so you get some Curse mana back that way. Movement speed is no longer reduced while you're casting Paralysis Curse, so you can move around and cast it, just quality of life thing. I feel like this should maybe be built into the ability itself, but I'm not sure. Increases duration of movement speed of Shapeshift, mandatory. If you don't take this, your Shapeshift pretty much does nothing. You move at walking speed, it is useless. If you are running Shapeshift, you have to take this. Otherwise, you may as well not press Shapeshift at all. Again, gaining, we use Emergency Aid, gain a certain amount of Curse Mana after using Breakaway. That is your evade whenever you're getting staggered. This builds up a ton of Curse Mana during a fight. Increase the dash distance of Rune Stun, so our leap, like, triples the distance. Very good. So for our tacticals, we are now running pills and keys. I run both now in solos. I usually don't need 4 pills. Ideally, I would love 4 pills, but like keys are really, really good too, in case like I get teamed on and I need to key. Either I need to key someone out or I'm chasing, that works too. Eyeballs now stacked to 2, which is really good for the Shadow Strix infestation. Also, a lot of Sorks are going invis now as well. There's a lot of Sorks in the game. And again, just one quick overview of affixes. Elusive 5, mandatory. Curse 5, mandatory. Valor 5, mandatory. Rest are up to you. I would always try to work in Ethereal, to be honest. Ethereal 5 is really good for Blasphemer, again for resetting cooldowns and running away. You can get away without using Aegis and Stoic, because during your Zeal you have 20% damage reduction, I'm pretty sure. Baseline anyways, built into it. So you don't really need to be any tankier, you just need to kill someone during your cooldowns, I would say, would be the best way to play this. So maybe like a more revised version of my build, you could remove defensive affixes almost entirely. I would always keep Resilience 4, just because for 4 points, it's really, really good. Debuff duration 20%. Anytime you get debuffed, you just get 10% damage reduction. So that's insane. So I'm just going to go into a game and show you guys how it works. Again, I know I'm in Legendaries. I know I have a Holy Weapon. You can do this in Purples. It's perfectly fine. Feel like I don't really need to prove it with a separate video of me going in Blues. Just trust me. Yeah, again, loadout builds in the description below. Okay. So, spawn bottom left, behind your gates. Check the spawn over here, and then go up north. So, as you move between modules, best movement skill is Corruption, to spend your mana, your curse mana out as you move through the modules, but make sure you always switch back to your dash rune in case you encounter a player. You have your dash rune out. Okay, looks like someone spawned right next to us. Just some TP up. If that mob wasn't there, I would have been able to kill him. I also don't want to team, because I don't really need to. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, please, can I just have my fight, Mr. Merc? I might just kill him. This fight is just ridiculous. Okay, that was a bit of a fight, but you got to see the paralysis curse into jump stun times. We're just gonna key this. Keep this in. Oh. Even if we don't stun him, he is very slow, as you can see. He's very slow, and our curse extends the slow for a long duration. We're just gonna try to keep up with him here. Okay. I just did the thing where the thing I told you not to do, which is to not forget to switch to your days as you move through the module. So I tried to catch him with corruption, and I forgot to switch back to days, and because of that, I wasn't able to kill him in just one stun. Here we have our stun rune equipped. Just in case. Shadow Strix.
Ring the chime. Don't keep our woodland friend waiting.
So we can go up. Something you can do. Going up one of these. Some bell. Okay. There. And we have Ethereal. Okay, and we have no cooldowns, so we're gonna kite him out. Doesn't matter what gear he's in. We cannot beat his neutral attacks with ours. We're just gonna pop a pill. The lobby's kind of need to evade that. He's getting greedy, so I'm going to smack him. Back off me, and we're going to stun him instead. Okay, I don't know why that just passed right through her. So that's just a quick little showcase of how the build functions in a match. Again, you can do this in purples, you can do this in blues. It will take you more combos and rotations to kill someone in blues, but you can do it if you want. I would recommend at least purples. I don't know, you really need the damage, to be honest with you. It works even on really good players too, because if you land the stun one time, you can land the double stun and eat like 30% of their HP, and you keep cycling that over and over. It's really good, actually. if you want to see this build live versus all different types of players, not just the players you saw, you can watch my Twitch at twitch.tv/lichkarthus. I stream Mistfall Hunter every day. I play Sorcerer in blues and greens and purples and legendaries, holy items. Same with Seer as well. And I try a whole bunch of new classes, and we just have a good time and we have fun. It's just a game, no crash outs. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please like the video. Leave some comments down below of what you'd like to see next. I may do like some blue or green Blasphemer videos. I don't know. I just don't really find the time for it, to be honest. I'm really, really busy. But okay, thank you guys. Bye.